Alrighty, so in today's video, I want to talk about the Mavic Mini batteries. These are the original Mavic Mini batteries. And a lot of people on Facebook and forums, on Reddit, have been making the claim that you can use these in the Mini 2. Now, there are some stark differences between these two batteries, but there's one big difference that will actually make it illegal to fly this without a registration. Let's get started. What's good, everybody? Ken here. You're watching OriginaldoBo, and today we're going to be talking about the Mavic Mini battery and the Mini 2 battery. So this is the Mini 2 battery, and it's been completely redesigned, and it's a little bit different than the original Mavic Mini battery. So if we look at these two batteries, the first thing you're going to notice is that the Mini 2 battery is a little bit more boxy and square in design, while the Mavic Mini battery is rounder. It almost looks like something you would see in, I don't know, a camera or something, almost like one of those red camera batteries. It's sort of interesting. Anyways, the capacities are also different. This is a 2450 milliamp hour battery, while this is a 2250 milliamp hour battery. So you're getting a little bit more juice in this battery, but that's not always the story when it comes to battery life and flight time, however. Now, something interesting that I have found with these two batteries is that if I try to charge a Mavic Mini battery in the new charger, slides in, no problem. You can charge that battery. However, what I've found is that the battery never actually charges to its full capacity, which I found pretty interesting. It was always like 200 milliamp hours less than what the actual total capacity was. Sort of strange. The other thing that I found is that you cannot use your old battery charger to charge the new Mini 2 batteries. They just won't fit. Yeah, you can see that. It's like, I don't know. But yet if you put the Mavic Mini batteries in the new charger, I don't know, it's like throwing a hot dog down the hallway. It slides right in, no issues. So it got me thinking here. I'm like, all right, so should I do this? What's really different about these? Well, first off, the capacities are different, but that's not the whole story here. If I try to take a mini battery or Mavic Mini battery and throw it in the new version, no problem. It's gonna go right in, no problems, and it'll even turn on, fly, which I flew a couple of packs with it today, and I really didn't notice any additional improvements as far as battery life. Matter of fact, I noticed a little bit less performance out of the older battery than the new battery. If I try to take that new battery and throw it in my Mavic Mini, it's not gonna fit. You can see that the ass end of this thing is a little bit smaller. So you can say that this Mini's got a little bit tighter of a hole, as to where this one here is a little bit bigger. It's built for comfort. So if we look at the two bottoms of these, the new Mini can fit a larger, wider battery, but with a less capacity, which I thought was sort of interesting. Now, more so, the biggest reason why you're not gonna wanna use the old batteries on your new drone is because they're heavier. How much heavier? Well, we're looking at about 15 to 20 grams heavier. Let me grab a scale so I can show you the difference. So we're gonna use this scale. It's not the most accurate scale, but it should give us a good depiction of the weight difference between these two. So bear that in mind that this is not a scientific test. So it's literally a cheapest scale from Cloud9. So bear with me. And I'll just make sure it's teared out. So let's go ahead and start off with the new Mini 2 battery. That one's coming in at 80 grams. And now I'll tear it out again. And we'll go ahead and throw on the Mavic Mini. This is the OG battery. And this one's coming in at right at 99 grams. So pretty significant difference, almost a 20 gram difference in weight. So let's go ahead and take the official battery for the Mini 2 and throw it in there. And we don't have any sort of, making sure the gimbal guard is off, because that's important. Let's go ahead and set that on the scale. Setting that on the scale, we're at 238, 237 grams. It's basically gonna be right at 249 grams, I would imagine. I think this scale's off by like 5 grams or so, so don't kill the messenger. Let's go ahead and take that one off of here. And let's go ahead and throw the new battery, or the old battery, in the new drone. So here it is. So this is the old battery in the Mavic Mini 2, or the Mini 2, whatever the hell you want to call it. Don't really care. And let's go ahead and set that down on here. So this is coming in at 256, 257 with the new battery. So it's 20 grams heavier. Again, you can minus 5 grams likely, but you're still gonna be really, really close. Maybe that's accurate. Maybe that is accurate actually. I'm not 100% sure, but it's definitely much heavier. Now, if we go ahead and take the original Mavic Mini and throw this on the scale, let me tear that out there. So we're like right at 255 grams, it says. Keep in mind, I did paint this. I don't know if it's gonna add any weight. I doubt it, but maybe. It's off by 5 grams, if you ask me. This scale is definitely off by 5 grams. So this one is definitely different. There's definitely different things going on beyond the battery inside of this to make it weigh more. What exactly, I'm not really sure. Without opening this up, it's really tough to say, but there has been some significant weight reduction in this one to give it the tech that it needs to power that 4K and also improve the flight quality with the OcuSync module. So that's the only thing that I can understand, as to reasons why we would see a battery with a lesser capacity, but the flight efficiency is better, which is sort of interesting. So the whole point of this video is to the guys that are saying, yeah, throw your old Mavic Mini battery in the new Mini 2. Don't do it if you don't want to have to register your drone. Now, the reality is the FAA is not going to pull anybody over and say, hey, did you put an old battery in that Mini 2? They're not going to do that. They're not out there like that. Are they out there? I don't know. I'm not sure if they're out there like that, but the reality is if you crashed your drone and awful chance that, it hits somebody and somebody decide to weigh that drone, that would be the only time I could see that being a possibility. But beyond that, I don't think anybody's really looking. I just want to bring this to your attention as far as the takeoff weight goes, because it is going to be different by using the new batteries. So something to think of. And the fact that it's not going to improve your battery, your flight time just because the battery is heavier. Remember, for every positive, there is a negative, and the negative is you're making the drone heavier, and in return, it's not gonna fly quite as long because it also has to fight off that weight. 20 grams is actually a pretty big deal. In learning FPV, weight really does matter as far as battery life and longevity goes. So keep that in mind. 20 grams is actually a pretty big deal in terms of flight characteristics go. But anyways, if you found this video useful, be sure to hit that like button. If you didn't, that other button tends to work just fine. You can hit that a few times. You can call me an asshole, tell me how I ruined your life because I told you that you shouldn't use these batteries, all that good stuff in the comments, because yeah, we like that type of stuff here. Stay original.